For 25 years, the Georgia Peanut Tour has showcased the accomplishments of peanut farmers and their industry, and of course this year was no exception. Monitor's Rick Treptow was on this year's tour, and he has this report.
The word about the quality of this tour has apparently gone worldwide because a record 150 people attended the three-day event.
Opportunity for manufacturers and some legislative personnel to come down and get a first-hand look at what goes on the farm and in the peanut industry.
The Baker County Diversified Grower is also a Baker County Farm Bureau board member. One of the first visits was at the University of Georgia's Attapulgos Education and Research Center, less than 10 miles from Florida. The station started in 1939 with shade tree tobacco. Then there was vegetable research for the Campbell Soup Company, and now the diversified research. Pigweed, or Palmer amaranth, is the worst weed for peanuts and cotton. Growers want a solution.
You can see how tall it is. I'm 6 foot tall, so this is about a 9 foot tall plant. It produces lots of seed. There's no telling on this plant how many seed would be produced, but on average, you can get up to 500,000 seed.
Any information that we can share is great, but we just want to know that what we do is trying to get our Georgia peanuts the best quality they can be.
The highlights of the tour were the farm visits. This is Long's farm, operated by Gerald and Justin Long.
We got a little brown there, but they're getting there.
Justin primarily handles the crops. Gerald runs the family's farm market and vegetable operation. Gerald is also the vice president of the Georgia Farm Bureau Federation. The favorite peanut variety for all the growers on the tour, and Justin, is the Georgia 06G. These are grown for seed next year. What he'll plant for next year, though, is based on what's being harvested now.
It could go either way, depending on what cotton does or what peanuts do. I could go either way, but definitely going to have some more peanuts, about the same amount of acres we had this year, may up at a couple hundred acres, depending on what the buyers want to pay us for our seed peanuts next year.
Well, I've been growing peanuts all my life for 40 years, and I had never seen peanuts like these before.
I made a quick visit with Decatur County farmer Andy Bell to see his neighbor CARRIE Dean. This field had an unheard of yield of 7,000 pounds per acre.
We had to irrigate them to germinate the seed. We've been steady irrigating them. My electricity bill's been running around $4,000 a month since April.
Dean does have a crop consultant, but they really didn't do anything a farmer using good management can't do.
I credit that to the Georgia 06 variety and the University of Georgia I do what they recommend. You have to spend money to make money, and we put a lot of money in these peanuts, but you know, it pays off.
It's been exceptional. I don't know why our irrigated fields are doing so good this year, but all of them so far has been between 5,500 and 5,900 so far this year.
The looming rain held off long enough for this digger and harvesting demonstration on Glenn Hurd's farm. He's also a Decatur County Farm Bureau board member. This is after samples are tested at local extension service offices for maturity. 26 of those on the tour were a group from an Argentina company. 25% of all peanuts in Argentina flow through this company. They were impressed with the technology.
You're using a GPS tracking system for digging, which is really, really good. I was impressed with that.
The country is still active in the world's peanut marketing.
Argentina is the first exporter peanut country right now. We export probably more than 95% of the peanut. We don't eat peanut too much. We are 40 million people in Argentina. So most of our peanut is exported to Europe, different 88 countries around the world.
Most importantly, this year's peanut tour learned irrigation water saved the Georgia peanuts and the state's other crops. I'm Rick Treptow for the Georgia Farm Monitor.